comes for details.
Expressing his joy on behalf of the pensioners in Edo State Chairman of Pensioners Mr. Samuel Okunlegbe thanked the Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki for initiating the health insurance program for them as pensioners, saying that pensioners will no longer hide their sickness because of lack of funds, because the insurance will be able to take care of it. He noted that the Governor is a friend of pensioners as he has continued to put smiles on their faces. Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki said he was honored to be with pensioners who he called his friends, thanking them as they mean so much to this state and country at large. The governor said people work to build his country and people make Nigeria to stand, and their efforts should be remembered and they should be acknowledged and cared for. He noted that as a government, they took it as a priority to put the interest of pensioners in the front burner, as the way they treat pensioners will be a pointer to the way the workers will behave, making them to trust the system.
That is why we decided as a state that we will now include pensioners in our health insurance arrangement. Nigeria did not start today and will not end today.
The governor said his government have transformed the pension arrangement and have cut over to contributory pension scheme in January 2017, and as today, they are reaping the benefits as the state government have in excess of 5 billion naira already contributed in the scheme. Governor Obaseki said government was not paying gratuity for 30 years, but his administration has started clearing the backlog. Edo State Head of Service Dr. Anthony Okungbowa commended the governor for the initiative, saying the event is not to inaugurate new initiative but to celebrate the ongoing success of Edo HIS in the lives of pensioners. He noted that the team empowering pensioners with health insurance for access to quality and affordable health care redefines the collective dedication to the well-being of our retirees. On his part, Chairman Forum of Chief Executive Officer of Health Insurance Scheme and Managing Director of Anambra Health Insurance Scheme, Dr. Simon Onyemechi, commended the Obaseki-led administration for the initiative of free insurance for pensioners in Edo State. He noted that politicians think about the next election, but statesmen think about the next generation, commending the governor for the initiative as it has guaranteed the health of pensioners. While the Director General of Edo Health Insurance Scheme, Dr. Rock Amego, also commended Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki for including pensioners into the Edo Health Insurance Scheme in the state.
Mr. Governor, there are times you have to be proud of yourself and blow your trumpet. When you keep quiet for too long, people take you for granted.
Guests at the occasion includes labor leaders, pensioners, serving commissioners, top government functionaries. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
All right, now let's bring you up to speed with the investigation of the former Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele. The former Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele allegedly lodged billions of naira in no fewer than 593 bank accounts in the United States, United Kingdom, and China without the approval of the Apex Bank's Board of Directors and the CBN Investment Committee. The special investigator on the CBN and related entities, Jim Obaze, found that the ex-CBN governor lodged 543,482,213 pounds in fixed deposits in UK's bank alone without authorization. Meanwhile, Obaze submitted his final report, tagged Report of the Special Investigation on CBN and related entities chargeable offences, to President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday. The report said the former governor of CBN, Godwin Emefiele, invested Nigerians' money without authorization in the aforementioned banks. In a letter dated July 28, 2023, President Bola Tinubu had named a former executive secretary of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, Obaze, as the CBN special investigator. Emefiele, who is currently in Kuje Custodian Center, is being prosecuted for 1.2 billion procurement fund. He has not been able to perfect the 300 million bail bond granted him by High Court of the Federal Capital Territory on November 22. However, documents obtained by newsmen on Thursday indicated that the former Apex Bank governor might face fresh criminal charges over the hand they to Nigeria. Edo State APC Secretariat on Airport Road to declare his intention to govern Edo State after the expiration of the tenure of Governor Godwin Obaseki. Desire Dwaraye reports that King Square and Airport Road were standstill for a while during the procession. The report is here.
It was a carnival-like declaration of governorship ambition as Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, member representing Ovia Federal constituency, walked from the Obavorame Square, popularly known as Ring Road in Benin City, with a large crowd of youth who joyfully accompanied him, seeing him as a youth like them who had joined the Edo 2024 governorship race. The youths were indeed in a high spirit. They kept singing and acknowledging cheers from motorists, onlookers, and passers-by all the way without getting exhausted. Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, who held the APC party flag signifying his optimism to clinch the APC governorship ticket, was full of joy and happiness owing to the overwhelming support from the people.
We need another person.
You can see from the crowd, today Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa has just declared his intention, and we are all happy. We are glad that for the first time in Edo, a young man is coming out for governor. By his antecedent in office as member House of Reps, in his first tenure, I'm from Ovia constituency, in his first tenure, he was able to attract close to 100 projects, which has never happened before. My leader has rightly said, if APC is a serious party and want to win election in Edo, forget about ethnic jingoism and give the ticket to the person that is popular across not just party line, but senatorial district.
With all that Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa has done, all his projects, they are all high mark. No one that is earmark, to the extent that the good people of Ovia Federal constituency nicknamed him Mr. Project. By the grace of God, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, as a rep member representing the good people of Ovia, has done over 120 projects in 4 years. And I'm very sure by the grace of God, him becoming the governor of this great state, Edo State is going to have the best governor so ever, and they will be glad voting him to be the governor.
With this crowd of youths and the Federal House of Representatives member representing Ovia Federal constituency, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, popularly called Mr. Project, many believe that Denko is truly committed to do all within his powers to emerge the candidate of the APC in the February 2024 party primaries. Best Orator, reporting for BeeTv News.
Meanwhile, the member representing Ovia Federal constituency and chairman House Committee on Health, Federal House of Representatives,
Dennis Idahosa, aka Denko, who is the current member representing of Federal constituency, formally visited the state secretariat of the APC with large crowd of supporters who are mainly youth. He said that it is youth o'clock, which could best be described as the reason why a large crowd of youths from across the length and breadth of Edo State accompanied him on the visit. The governorship aspirant, who was also accompanied to the declaration by a senator and chairman Senate Committee on Health, Senator Ibrahim Lamido, representing Sokoto East Senatorial District, started by giving accounts of his stewardship to the party leaders. He said he has built 27 schools and provided chairs for schools in Ovia Federal constituency, as well as construction of roads, construction of solar power borehole, provision of transformers and rural electrification, as well as the provision of solar power street lights to many communities in just 4 years. He said agriculture is very important to him, as he was trained by his mother with the proceeds of farming, as he lost his father at a tender age of 6. He said when elected as governor, food security, access roads to farmland will be a major priority.
Our fathers and our mothers and our relatives can no longer go to farm because of elders and farmers' crisis. But I'm the governor of Edo, by the grace of God, with your support, inshallah, I will liaise with the federal government to make sure our farmland is safe and secure for our mothers and our fathers to go back to the farm. Because it's very, very important. I will taken care of through the proceeds of farm. Like maybe most of you might not know, I lost my father at the age of 6 years old. And my mother became the father and the mother. And I was able to go through school through the proceeds of farm. So just imagine, as a result of all these prices that I've mentioned, our fathers and our mother can no longer go to farm. And I will be able to build healthcare center, not those ones that they are building. A functional healthcare center, one for everyone. That means we have 192 healthcare centers in the state that are functional. We will give autonomy to local government, so that whatever that is appropriated to them, they will use it to empower our local government. We will not use the money meant for local government and spend it on their behalf. By the grace of God, when I'm given the opportunity to be the governor of Edo, I will build ultra-modern secondary and primary school across Edo State. Because we are not teachers anymore in our school, I will employ nothing less than 5,000 teachers for Edo State.
The federal legislator said campaign of calumny should stop, as he is not only clean but have verifiable records, and is also ready to approve investigation into his person while he was in Canada. Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa said youths will form about 70% of his government, and women will be the major backbone of his government, as he is aware of the role of women in nation building.
We are going to collaborate not just within the federal government, but we are also going to partner with the international communities to train at least nothing less than 100,000 youths in terms of tech. If you notice now, India, they are doing telemarketing for most of the American companies. I don't see anything wrong with us having that kind of opportunity here in Nigeria, I mean especially in Edo State. Apart from that, we are going to look at renewable energy. We are going to look at other things that I believe at the appropriate time will come down together and get everybody involved. The youth is the reason why I'm running an election, and the youth, they constitute about 70% of the electorate in Edo.
Some APC members who accompanied the federal legislator, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, to the APC secretariat, said Edo youth should be ready for the future that they have been clamoring for, because according to them, Dennis Idahosa is the real deal.
This is an opportunity for Edo to position itself. It's an opportunity for our party to be properly positioned, because this is the best material that I've just declared his intentions. His history is clear. It's antecedent. If the party today wants a winning candidate, this is the right candidate.
The youth are clamoring to have a youth as the next governor, and by God's grace, God on his infinite mercy has appointed a man like Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. We are all party men here, APC members. We are appealing to our party leaders to please agree with the ideas of the youths in Edo State.
Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa is the chairman House Committee on Health, a member representing Obia Federal constituency in the Federal House of Representatives with a record of over 120 projects that he has so far attracted to Obia Federal constituency. A feat he said he will replicate in a large scale across the 192 wards of Edo State if elected as governor in 2024. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
A leading PDP governorship aspirant in Edo State, Dr. Felix Akabwe, has met with the leaders of the Edo South PDP in Benin City, where he formally declared his intention to run in the Edo gubernatorial election next year. He was well received by party leaders and chieftains. BeeTv News' Uyi Lambert reports that during the meeting, Dr. Akabwe highlighted his achievements that he attained when he was the local government chairman of East and West local government area, as well as the experience he garnered while he worked with 3 different administrations in Edo State, namely the administration of Senator Osumbo, Comrade Oshamale, and the incumbent governor of Edo State, Mr. Gordon Obaseki, and vowed to replicate the feat if nominated and elected as governor of Edo State. Let's now join BeeTv News Oluwatoyin Oyedola for details.
Honorable Dr. Felix Akabwe, a well-known investor and private sector employer of labor from East and West local government area, is here to solicit the support of the leaders of the PDP in Edo South Senatorial District. Speaking to the Edo South PDP chieftains, Dr. Akabwe said he was happy to be received by the party leaders in Edo South and stated that when nominated as flag bearer of the PDP in the 2024 governorship election, he will be a governor of all Edo people and have deep respect for party leadership.
I am here today to present myself to you as one of your own from East and West who has come to appeal to you to support me to be the next governorship candidate of this party, and by God's grace, when you make me your candidate, I want to assure you I have all it takes to become the next governor of Edo State.
Describing Honorable Dr. Akabwe, popularly known as Jofel, a PDP faithful leader, Honorable Martins Osakwe and Barrister Nosa Adams said the East and West born investor is a compassionate individual and a committed and loyal party member over the years, and a people-oriented individual who, if given the opportunity, will not disappoint Edo people.
When you now have the Edo Central, you have people like this who rose to be vice president of World Council of Local Government Chairman. Somebody who employed more than 250 people in Central. And I saw the youth were ready to support him. They were ready to die for his cause. So, like he said, once you nominate people like this, you already have some advantage.
He's one of the very, very committed, very loyal, and very serviceable party member in Edo State, and one of the very qualified aspirant we have in the PDP. Not just qualified, he's one of those who have labored in this party, who truly know the nook and crannies of Edo State. That is the kind of governor we want now. A governor who is truly people-oriented, a governor who knows the grassroots, a governor who is truly a localized personality, that we know all the bad rules, that we know all the personalities, that we know how to take care of people of Edo State.
When asked by newsmen why he was going to contest the governorship elections in Edo State next year, Dr. Felix Akabwe stated that he possesses the requisite experience, having been the only former local government council chairman that has worked under 3 different administrations, namely that of Governors Osumbo, Oshomole, and currently that of Governor Obaseki, as he will bring his experience to bear when elected and will replicate the feats across the state.
The council chairman, I have occupied various public offices, and by God's grace I have done very well. And if you go to my local government today, they will tell you that I left council 13 years ago, and my footprint, those things I put in place as council chairman are still there today. And people are also always asking me, is it that you have taken the council away since you left? Because those infrastructure we see in the local government today are those things you put in place when you were a council chairman. I want to replicate the same thing at the state level. So that we take care of our educational system, we provide those infrastructure that are needed in our higher institutions, our secondary institutions, our primary institutions, so that at the end of the day, tomorrow, we will be preparing the leaders of tomorrow.
Dr. Akabwe also promised to give priority to education in both the basic and tertiary levels in Edo State, as well as ensure infrastructural development. Honorable Felix Eigwese Akabwe promised to visit the leaders of the PDP in one local government area after another to further seek nomination in the party primaries. Oluwatoyin Oyedola reporting for BeeTv News.
The immediate past Minister of State Budget and National Planning, Prince Clem Ikanade Agba, has promised to run an all-inclusive and prosperous government coupled with massive infrastructural rejuvenation and rural development across the 3 senatorial districts if elected as governor of Edo State. Agba made the promise when he visited Igweben, Ekpoma, and Ubiaja, all in Edo Central Senatorial District, to seek for nomination. The report. After a successful outing to the 7 local government areas of Edo South Senatorial District, the APC leading governorship aspirant Prince Clem Agba and his team landed in Igweben local government area, Ekpoma, Esan West local government area, and Irua in Esan Central local government area in continuation of his nomination campaign visitation tour with a message of his trust agenda to APC party leaders and other stakeholders. Agba's visit to the local government areas was characterized with pomp and pageantry, revealing a man not only loved by the people, but generally accepted to become the next governor of Edo State come 2024. Addressing the leadership in the local government area, Prince Clem Agba decried the infrastructural decay that has bedeviled the senatorial district and how it has affected the economic life of the locality and the state in general, while presenting his trust blueprint, which he termed the panacea that will engender infrastructural rejuvenation, economic restoration, and sustainable development in Edo State. Said the trust is an acronym for transforming rural-urban space together, saying that it will be the trust of his administration when he becomes governor as he's poised to bring on board an inclusive government that will address the deficiency in infrastructure by using the bottom-to-top approach that involves a comprehensive and simultaneous development of the rural areas alongside the urban space.
All our villages across the country, they are abandoned. When governors come, the only state capital that they remember. But when they campaign, they will go everywhere, go look for vote. When they don't get the vote, they will forget the people. Then the next time when they want contest again, they'll come carry money, share for people. I think our people don't get wise. No, say that money when they give you, it's not going to reach 1 week. You finish. Waiting we need that to make sure say our children when they go school, they'll get teachers to teach them. For our villages, they go get portable drinking water to take. If they get good water to drink, they're not go sick, begin to go hospital all of the time. But even that hospital is supposed to be for every political ward. Not very big hospital, but what they call primary health care center. I want to transform our rural and urban spaces together. As we develop our state capital, we're going to develop our villages. We're going to make sure say they get road. We're going to make sure say they get good water to drink. We're going to make sure say not only say they get school, but the schools go get teachers.
At Ekpoma, it was a homecoming of some sort for Prince Clem Agba, who relished the memory of when he was a student of the prestigious Bender State University, now and Bruce Ali University, Ekpoma. He expressed gratitude to the community for the training and character molding he got while he was studying in Ekpoma, which made him better equipped for the challenges of life he has surmounted. He bemoaned the state that the incumbent administration has plunged the once prestigious institution into and promised to restore it to surpass the glories of the good old days. He therefore appealed for support from the leaders of the APC in the local government area to enable him fly the party flag in the forthcoming elections. He said the issue of the forthcoming election is about capability and competence, saying he has all it takes to serve Edo people.
Auchi at that time, not the Auchi as a trumpet man. Fuga, St. John's, Igwebe, Ekoma. I fit noble, grow to work for a company like Chevron, don't rise to become a manager. Not be because they teach me well, not be because I get teachers. So this one where we they teach, now we think they'll not learn. Remember when comrade day, our schools, we begin to see red roof. We begin to see chairs for class. They're not going to sit down for ground. They begin to bring teachers. I remember when comrade transferred teacher, I said they bring the list up and I sign up by itself. So that all those who go collect money, begin to retransfer. They don't go fit after the day. The erosion when they worry is I mean design the Ugu, Emu, and the Godi erosion for reclamation. Flooding, erosion, you know, they appreciate the benefactor and fight to the fight the benefactor. And so, if you get a governor who don't understand this, it means we will get more and more gullies around the country.
The leaders and local government stakeholders present in their separate remarks were united in their positive assessment of Prince Clem Agba's personality and his record of stewardship. They agreed that he would make a fine governor and pray that God grant his heart's desires.
The next governor of our state, Prince Clem Agba, has done many things in Edo State. He has done things more than any minister that have ever come from Edo State.
We agree with him that you are a man who is truthful and a man who will rule the fear of God.
Our brother, our friend, our provider. I call him our provider because this AG has benefited when he was a minister. The foodstuff that was brought sometimes last year, it came from him.
To the glory of God, most of the things you said are true. All the daughter who we note them. The schools you talk about, I mark it. And we have no doubt at all that if God bless you to become the governor of Edo State, you will not forget this our land.
You can see by yourself from the love shown by common man on the street that PCA is the answer to Edo come 2024.
The progressive team of Prince Clem Agba next moved to Ubiaja and Uromi in Esan Southeast and Esan Northeast local government areas. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. The position of a governor puts one in the stead of piloting the affairs of a state. Article 2 of the Constitution of Nigeria vests the executive power of the state in the governor and charges him with the execution of state law alongside the responsibility of appointing state executive, diplomatic, regulatory, and judicial officers subject to the approval of the assembly members. In this special report, BeeTv News will take you down memory lane of state governors of Edo State in the past and where the pendulum should swing this time around in the 2024 governorship election. The much talked about year 2024 is just around the corner. One of the important things that will mark the year is the September 2024 Edo governorship election. It is a known fact that over 40 aspirants across party lines, as at the last count, have indicated interest to be the next governor of Edo State. The incumbent governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, must really be surprised to see the huge number of persons who are interested in occupying his seat, even his closest allies. Well, it is politics. Let's talk about how governors have been in Edo State vis-a-vis those who have occupied the Osadebe Avenue, which is the seat of power in Edo State in the past. In 1991, Bender State was divided into Edo and Delta State, ushering in Colonel John Ewerekumo Yari, who technically became the first governor of the state. He served for only 5 months
as Edo military administrator. He then handed over to a civilian governor, John Odigwe Oyegu. John Odigwe Oyegu was Edo's first civilian governor elected when the military federal government of General Ibrahim Babangida attempted a transition back to a democratic system. He was elected on the platform of the Social Democratic Party (SDP) in December 1991. He remained in office till November 1993 when he was removed by the military government of General Sani Abacha, a coup that aborted the Third Republic from the annulment of the 1993 presidential election. Colonel Mohammed Abdul Salam Onuka deposed Oyegu and served as Edo military administrator for less than a year between December 1993 and September 1994. His tenure was cut short by the Abacha administration. Colonel Basi Asukwo served as the military administrator of Edo State between September 1994 and December 1996. Group Captain Baba Adamu Iyam served as Edo military administrator between August 1996 and August 1998. Navy Captain Anthony Oyedegbulem was Edo military administrator between August 1998 and May 1999. Meanwhile, the year 1998 ushered in the military government of General Abdulsalami Abubakar, which announced and implemented a political transition program that ushered in a new civilian government in May 1999, bringing democracy back in Nigeria. The administration of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo was inaugurated on May 29, 1999. Simultaneously, executive governors were also sworn in the 36 states constituting the present Federal Republic of Nigeria. Chief Lucky Nosaha Igbinedion, son of the Esama of Benin and heir apparent of the Igbinedion dynasty, was elected the state civilian governor during the return of democracy to Nigeria. He served 2 terms as governor between 1999 and 2007. Professor Serime Osubon became the next governor between May 2007 and November 2008. Osumbo's reign as Igbinedion's successor was short-lived after his electoral victory was declared invalid by the Election Petitions Tribunal and Court of Appeal based on voting irregularities. Comrade Adams Eric Oshamole, now Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, took over as the next governor from 2008 to 2016. The incumbent governor, Godwin Obaseki, took over in 2016 and is set to pass the baton camp 2024 to another person. As the hour of election draws near, with so many individuals racketeering for the party's flag bearer, many are left with the question of who eventually wins the majority vote in the party and who will eventually compete for the sacred and salient position at the Edo State governorship polls. Where for the major political parties in the state, the zoning arrangements have been jettisoned and thrown open despite the large clamor for Edo Central Senatorial District to produce the next governor. The big dilemma now is who picks the party ticket to contest the main election. In Nigerian politics today, money do the talking as the highest bidder sometimes carry the day. However, Edo people have been speaking on which zone should produce the next governor come 2024.
Yes, for equity's sake, supposed to be zoned to Edo Central. Since Edo North, South, supposed to go to Edo Central. That is how we are operating democracy.
If it is zoned, it will be a good thing. I don't feel it should be zoned in any way. We should be looking at for a person who has a very good pedigree, who we felt is capable of taking us to a place of where this whole thing, poverty, can be alleviated. I think that is the kind of person we should be looking at for. Not a person with from any political zone or any political party who doesn't even know any nitty-gritty about politics or what the demands and the requirements of the citizens are. We are looking for somebody who has the feelings and the thoughts of the citizen at heart.
The governorship, make them give a chance. Quick. Now it's your turn. I'm from Monwa, but now it's your turn now.
Whether I feel, whether I did not feel, there must be agreement on the very party. They started with, let them continue with that agreement as they have agreed. Not at this later hour they started to change it. You get as it be now. So they should maintain what they agreed at the initial time.
If we are talking about zoning, it may not necessarily apply because it has never worked in Nigeria. If you look at the presidential election that just took place, people were clamoring for zoning to southeast. It didn't work like that. So when you talk about being a governorship, the same thing, it may not stand because there's no constitutional provision for zoning formula in Nigeria. So
by zoning formula, rightly is belong to the Isha. So for now, I don't know what is going on.
According to reports, political parties are warming up to conduct party primaries in February 2024. And that's a special report for today. Thanks so very much for watching. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki Friday signed the state's 2024 appropriation bill pegged at 342 billion naira into law after the bill was passed by the State House of Assembly. Signing the bill at Government House, Obaseki commended the State Assembly for their collaboration, noting that the greater part of the budget will be used for capital projects to drive further development in the state. He said a fortnight ago he went to the State House of Assembly to present the last budget in the life of his administration, which he termed Finishing Well Budget, and proposed an appropriation of 342 billion naira. He thanked the House, who he said worked tirelessly to ensure they achieved the signing today. He said he was aware of the diligent work in ensuring that the bill is signed and passed into law today and in good record time before the end of the financial year. He said the greater percentage of the budget is going to be used for capital projects affecting the people of Edo State, and less than 50% will go for running of government and recurrent expenditure. He appreciated them for the progressive stand taken in the budget. The joy of the people of Ogbona and several other villages in Esako Central Local Government Area of Edo State knew no band today, as the former state chairman of the People's Democratic Party and now National Vice Chairman South, Chief Dan Obi, distributed thousands of bags of rice to the people in the locality. This, of course, is not the first time that Chief Obi is engaging in philanthropic work in distributing bags of rice during Christmas season. The report. This act of kindness by the National Vice Chairman South of the People's Democratic Party, Chief Dan Obi, is now an annual ritual as women from Ogbona community and 20 other communities gathered at the country home of Chief Dan Obi in Ogbona, Esako Central Local Government Area to benefit from the Christmas joys of the politician cum philanthropist Chief Dan O.C. Obi. As early as 7 o'clock on Friday morning, the residence of Chief Dan Obi was already filled to capacity, as every person who came went home with at least a bag of rice. Despite the huge number of those who came, what is left at the time of filing this report is enough to feed 10 other communities, prompting the beneficiaries to shower a encomium on Chief Dan Obi, describing him as an indefatigable leader. Other beneficiaries said Chief Dan Obi is a rare breed of politician who has always celebrated Christmas with them when others are outside the state or even outside the country to celebrate the holiday. Sound.
To come to help us in this our community. May the Lord strengthen him. May the Lord empower him.
Mama with his children. Anywhere where you go. We pray that our family will be more better.
May you help us. They pray for Mr. Chief Dan O.C. Obi. Say God go they bless our mama. Go they bless the family. Go give her brother blessing.
And may God protect Daniel Obi in Jesus' name. May God increase years, more years.
Our daddy that give us this rice in this year, God will bless him. God will increase him. Double promotion.
Chief Dan Obi, in an interview with BeeTv News, said Christmas is a time to identify and share with everyone, which he said has been his hallmark for the past 20 years. He said in imitation of Jesus Christ, who gave what he has to others, he decided to emulate him.
Every year we try to come and celebrate with our people. To me, I derive a lot of joy when I'm in the midst of my people celebrating the Xmas, and it is something that I look forward to. at the end of every year.
The Christmas party of the National Vice Chairman South of PDP for guests and dignitaries who are expected to come from within and outside the state is scheduled to hold on Monday 26th, 2023. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. The Yuletide season is usually characterized by celebrations, commitment to meet up with demands of family members and loved ones, which is pressure that people usually have to manage during the season. It is in view of this that BeeTv News Tosin Toluwaloju went to town to get people's opinion on how this can be checked.
In the pursuit of meeting the season's demands, individuals find themselves under pressure, striving against various challenges. A respondent, Toba Awojaye, attributed the reason for this to making and building memories. Another respondent laments the high cost of goods, highlighting it as a significant contributing factor to the prevailing pressure during this festive period.
Of course it's worth it. You meet family, you meet friends, you meet loved ones you've not seen for long. Yeah, the bills are much and piling, but you know you are in life, you have to create memories. Because when you're old, all that you remember is fond memories of great things you've done. So it's always worth it at the end of the day.
Money now. They don't have money, they are struggling to make money so that they will meet up their needs before the Christmas.
People being under pressure during Christmas period because they really want to meet up with their demands from people, you know. Trying to make sure that, yes, during the festive period, they're able to get what they need to celebrate it. You understand? So they're doing, so they want to, you know, work hard, do more than what they normally do in order for them to achieve what they intend to achieve during the Christmas period.
Expressing a contrary opinion, a respondent in his opinion said there is no need for individuals to subject themselves to undue pressure during the season because the season will come and go.
Because some people feel Christmas is everything, and it's not like that. To me, I take it as a normal day, but the happiness is that Jesus Christ was born on that same day. That's
because there are much expensive, many things to do by this time at the end of the year.
Because things are very expensive now, they could buy it the way the money will be enough for them. Those that even buy a lot of things last year, they did buy it the way they bought it last year. Because number one, there's so much responsibility that they took. There are some situation took up with them, which make them not to have that target as last year. So all this, they will still give glory to God. At least they still have something to eat.
Amidst these varied perspectives, it is advised for people to be mindful of their mental health, promote a healthy well-being during this active festive period. Tosin Toluwaloju, reporting for BeeTv News.
It was a gathering of like minds as Benin and Edo organization, all in the United States of America, who gathered to jointly celebrate the 2023 Igwe Festival. The gathering witnessed the turnout of various Edolites from all walks of life, including a former deputy governor of Edo State and a leading governorship aspirant of the APC, Mr. Lucky Masue, who is one of first Nigerian to establish security outfit in the New York City. The report.
The Benin-speaking people at home and in the diaspora are always proud of their culture, and they have made it a point of duty to always promote and celebrate their culture. Gathered here are prominent Edo sons and daughters in the New York City who converged to mark the 2023 Igwe Festival. According to one of those who participated traditionally in the activities marking the Benin Annual New Year Festival, Mr. Richard Iyase, popularly referred to as the Enogi of New York, said the Igwe Festival is not fetish, as always portrayed by many, but a significant Benin race, and a festival that is worth celebrating to appreciate God for the outgoing year and to usher in the new year. The special guest of honor at the occasion, former Deputy Governor of Edo State and APC governorship aspirant, Mr. Lucky Imasuen, said he was happy that Edo people in diaspora have continued to promote the rich Benin culture, while using the opportunity to congratulate the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty AY II CFR, for his continuous effort in uniting every Benin nation and strengthening the peace and tranquility amongst the Beninese. Said all Edo people should continue to stand up for the palace of the Oba of Benin.
An insult on one is insult on all. And to tell Asari Dokumo, to the best of my knowledge, is not from Lagos State. Neither was the Oba of Benin referring to him. But let him know, Oba Ima, Eopi Keleme,
Mr. Lucky Imasuen also used the occasion to inform Edo people of his governorship ambition. After reeling out his achievements both in public and private sectors in the past years, Chief Imasuen said he stands for a united Edo State that would be holistically transformed when he becomes the next governor of Edo State. He said after clinching the APC governorship ticket, he will again meet with Edo people in diaspora to properly present his agenda.
There are APC members, there are PDP members, there are Labour, and some of you belong to different political parties. But we have brothers and sisters. It's not the party that matters, it's the ability to restructure, to reorganize, to reshape the economy of Edo State for the benefit of all. Almost 25 of us APC contesting, only one person will win. And each of every one of them contesting are eminently qualified. I want to win. And by the grace of God, when I win, at this time in my life, it's no longer money. But what is important now going forward is legacy.
Mr. Lucky Imasuen is highly respected in the US because he is one of the first Nigerians to establish security outfits in New York City. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. At this point, we'll go on a quick break. We'll be back with more reports. Stay with us.
Hooray, hooray, hooray! The much-awaited glorious day is here. The closing ceremony and final football match of the prestigious annual end-of-year and birthday football tournament tagged Lawrence Osarabo Oka JP Unity Gold Cup 2023. All men of goodwill, political associates, well-wishers, and friends of our father and leader, the celebrant, Engineer Lawrence Osarabo Oka JP, State Secretary of the APC, Edo State, are cordially invited to grace this occasion. Come and witness the beauty of being a good man. Come join us and support this very significant moment as we gather to celebrate this very worthy personality, a unifier, a philanthropist par excellence. There shall also be a free medical checkup and health fair on that day by very experienced and exposed medical practitioners from home and abroad. Many other side attractions to grace the day. Come support and join us to mark this glorious moment. Date, Saturday 23rd December 2023. Venue, Edokbolo Grammar School Field, along Federal Road, New Benin, Benin City. Free medical checkup and health fair, 11 a.m. prompt. This historic event was put together and organized by the famous G13 Group. Omoriere Nogie, convener. For further inquiries, please call Nogie at 080-7321-6931. Etiosa on 091-6617-7549. Egogo on 081-1436-5338. Happy birthday to our father, Engineer Lawrence Osarabo Oka JP, State Secretary, APC Edo State. Closing ceremony and final football match. Time 1 p.m. prompt. All fans, supporters, and associates of this great man are humbly invited.
Jonasco Technical Enterprise. Dey for you where they build o. No let soap dey pepper your eye when you dey river. As Jonasco get better solid doors and stainless handrail dem. Bulletproof door e dey. Double pan door abi na one pan door you need, or jabrata. Come see gate with different designs. Wrought iron, laser pan gate, iron gate, stainless gate, and no fit to call am finish. Jonasco Technical Company in a importer, exporter, sabi iron roofing matter, building of borehole, construction of tank, transportation, and general contractor. Oya Alele go JJ Owa Junction off Upper Mission Extension after Temboga Junction, Ute Quarters, Benin City. Call am for this number 08065970286 07047177302 09029292819. For Jonasco Technical, we dey for you.
Chai. Original no be my mind, authentic no be my mind. Original no be fake, quality paint EDS for quality paint you. Now EDS for quality paint you. Now EDS for emotion, super satin, super matte, gravitas paint today, texture paint today. And the high quality emotion now for EDS. You know go fed for EDS.
EDS Quality Paints, Kilometer 12, Benin Saple Road by Ogege Quarters, Benin City, or our branch office, 68 Saple Road, opposite former Edo State Library, now ShopRite.
Contact us today on 090-5320-6873. EDS Quality Paints, keeping your walls live.
Thank you so very much for staying with us. And now to business news. The federal government has announced the mechanical completion of the rehabilitation work at Area 5 plant of the Port Harcourt Refining Company in Rivers State. It said the first phase of the plant has been completed as the facility would start refining 600,000 barrels of crude oil after the Christmas break. Let's now join Tosin for the rest of the story.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, which is the manager of the Port Harcourt refinery, revealed that the second phase of the facility will be completed in the fourth quarter of 2024 and would lead to the refining of 150,000 barrel per day crude by the facility. The rehabilitation work at the Port Harcourt refinery has been ongoing for over 2 years, and the NNPCL had pledged to complete phase 1 of the project, mechanical completion and flare startup of Old Port Harcourt refinery area 5 by December 31st, 2023. The Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Ekperikpe Ekpo, said the PHRC would produce cooking gas, adding that this would lead to a reduction in the importation of the commodity. The Group Chief Executive Officer NNPCL Melek Kiari explained that as of December 15, 2023, about 84.4% of Area 5 plants, a key component of the Port Harcourt refinery, and 77.4% of the entire rehabilitation project had been completed. The price of the main international and United States crude contracts dropped more than 1.5% after Angola said it was leaving as it did not want to go along with further production cuts that the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries and 10 Russian-led allies agreed on last month. In an effort to prop up prices, the OPEC alliance has implemented supply cuts of more than 5 million barrels per day since the end of 2022. But oil prices still slid to their lowest levels in nearly 6 months following the latest OPEC decision. Meanwhile, a stream of United States data in recent weeks has shown inflation continues to slow and the jobs market is softening. Other economy indicators suggest that the U.S. Central Bank is on course to bring prices under control while averting a recession. And lastly, on the business news, the federal government deficit spending saw a 12% quarter-on-quarter decrease, reaching 2.34 trillion naira in the third quarter of 2023 compared to 2.66 trillion naira in the second quarter of 2023, according to the third quarter of 2023 economy report by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The decline was as a result of a 3.2% fall in expenditure against a 13% increase in revenue during the period. Details of the third quarter of 2023 economy report released by the Central Bank of Nigeria showed that the federal government recorded 1.69 trillion naira revenue in the third quarter of 2023, up from 1.5 trillion naira in the second quarter of 2023. However, expenditure fell to 4 trillion naira during the period, representing 3.2% quarter-of-quarter decline from 4.7 trillion naira recorded in the second quarter of 2023 due to lower debt service. And that's it on the business news tonight. Thank you for watching. Tosin Toluwalojo reporting for BeeTv News.
Thank you so very much, Tosin. And now for the latest in the world of entertainment, Oluwatoyin Oyedola is standing by.
Rich has hinted at relocating to Lagos, Nigeria. The rapper currently